Another story with my, because y'all know I got like four, right? And I got three fathers. Like I was in these streets, girl. And I remember, but it wasn't cute. See, like today, oh, it's all cute today. That shit was not cute back then. I was damn near about to lose my mind. I was going to kill one of them. Someone was going to die. Murder was the case that they would have absolutely given this one here. And I just remember saying, if it wasn't the blank stares and the judgment in the church, like, oh my God, look at her. She got all those kids. She's a whore. I remember always just being angry. I was angry, and I was always a day late, dollar short. I would go down to social services and something that I really needed, some new program that looked like it was the top of the world. And it would say, you know what, you don't qualify. You are over by $1.16. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. A whole dollar? You can't just like, I'm like, well, what, count it again. Wasn't qualified. And I just remember, if it wasn't for the fathers walking out on me and just leaving and then saying, here, no, you take care of those kids all by yourself. So no more days off. And the club is out the window. You ain't going out. So the life that I knew was no more. So now here I am, ultra responsible of doing all of this by myself. Something about that I resented very, very much so. And it made me almost hate them. And I just remember, and they would say the most darnest, dumbest things. Like, well, I remember my second son's father. He actually, when I told him that, I had the baby, he said, oh, congratulations. And I was like, Negro? Congratulations. Yeah, over the phone. Congratulations. Like, we was just homeboys and girls. Like, dude, this is your son. Not, oh, when can I see him? Oh, I'll be over to bring you some Pampers. Ain't never bought one piece of Pamper, one milk, no, nothing, never. This dude said, congratulations. See, it's that kind of stuff right there that will make it, for women, it's like, you playing with my emotions. Smokey, you playing. And I just remember another story with my, because y'all know I got like four, right? And I got three fathers. Like I was in these streets, girl. And I remember, but it wasn't cute. See, like today, oh, it's all cute today. That shit was not cute back then. I was damn near about to lose my mind. I was going to kill one of them. Someone was going to die. Murder was the case that they would have absolutely given this one here. And I just remember saying, if it wasn't the blank stares and the judgment in the church, like, oh my God, look at her. She got all those kids. She's a whore. Like, and if it wasn't the rejection and abandonment from the fathers, and then the ostracization from the church, and then your self-doubt, unbelief, it was like you were imploding, right? I know that I'm talking to a lot of you guys out there. And then I just remember one day after not getting this into this program, I don't know if it was Wheels for Hope. I needed a car. It was, listen, I stayed with my hand out needing something all the time. I was always in need. And it didn't seem like nobody was listening. Couldn't find an affordable place to stay. It was crazy that the only places that I was referred to was like the hoods that where the damn drugs and stuff was going on. I'm like, dude, I got like four kids. I got four sons. What's the likelihood of one of them not getting on drugs, not being in a gang, not selling drugs, not committing crime? I said, oh my God, I'm going to lose my mind. Better yet, I'm going to kill somebody. That's what I thought. And I remember sitting in my house and the Lord said, clear as day, he's after your love walk. And I thought to myself, love, my heart. Then that scripture that says, guard your heart with all due diligence, because it affects everything that you do. That came, I said, oh, that's why you said guard your heart, because it affects everything you do. So if you got to guard something, I want you to think about when you need to protect something. When you need to protect something, you typically would have, security, dogs, guard dogs, fences. You'll put it in a safe. You'll put a lock on it. You'll take precaution because you want to make sure that any and everybody can't get to what is supposed to be sacred, right? So when the Lord says, guard your heart with all due diligence, oh, he mean that thing because it affects everything that you do and that part. And so I said immediately when God said that, I said, well, Lord, he gonna have to try harder because the heart is not his to have. And that's when I started to really do more work and understanding around the heart. And then I learned that, the heart all by itself was the command center. It was like the central control panel for God. So if you want to hear God, if you are in a place and you can't even hear God, your heart is where he's sitting right now, where he it's too dirty, it's too muddy, it's too blurry, everything is just clogging, you can't hear because the heart is where it goes down in the right there. And so I just remember, I thank God for showing me those times because those was critical moments where, because y'all seen people curse the kids out, y'all seen these little mamas out here cursing the kids out at the supermarket, like get the fuck out, and you like, boo, what's the matter? And she like, well, what you looking at? And then she will curse anybody else. I mean, I got a couple in the family that will curse you to the ground easy. But then you always be like, she crazy. Nah, she pissed. She just pissed. She just had enough. She tired of people effing with her. Like she just tired of it. And sometimes when you get so tired of it, to avoid going out and doing something where you gonna get locked up for the rest of your life or your kids gonna get taken from you, you know what you do? You implode inwardly. You start saying, F it, I give up. You start saying, fuck it. Excuse my language. I'm trying to stop cursing out here. So I'm gonna do better. But it just felt better when I said it that way versus the F it. F it, Um, so you start imploding, and that's when self-sabotaging behaviors come in. And that's when we may start to do drugs, whatever kind of drugs. It could be smoking, excessive smoking, excessive drinking, other kind of sex, you know. Hell, I was having all of those kids by those different men because I didn't feel good. There was nothing about my life that said, this is the life that you want. Mind you, I'm over here on the left hand trying to find purpose and find meaning to my existence. And God is showing me that actually I have a whole entire purpose. And it's great. But I'm still making these hazard decisions, self-sabotaging decisions, because it didn't feel good about me. And that's that comment that girl made when I told you, Felicia. She said, my life is so bad. It's like, what will one good decision even do? I remember another young lady, we in a classroom, and she just burst out crying because she says, I want to see this thing that you say, Miss Jones. She said, but I just was diagnosed with HIV. And so, like, my life is over. And I'm like, is that what you believe? You got Magic Johnson. Everybody ain't got to have magic money. I could promise you it wasn't Magic's money that saved him from HIV. He said God heal him. God is a healer. And what is your decision? What do you believe? What do you believe? Do you believe God or do you believe man? Do you believe what you see with your own natural eyes or do you believe by faith? Faith is the substance of things hoped for with the evidence of things not seen. So what do you believe? Because I bet you one thing. I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to die, but I ain't dying of no AIDS. I ain't dying of no cancer. I ain't dying of no sickness and disease. This is, God lives here in this temple. He says, by my stripes you heal. You just got to make it up in your mind that you ain't going out that way. Now, there's some practical things we also have to do in the natural, to help make this transition. But you got to just make a decision. I bet you I bet you one thing. What? I bet you I ain't going out of here like that. And it's when you just have that affirmed belief, that inward, like, boom, ironclad, like, it's not happening. Not today. So you got to do whatever you got to do. Talk to yourself. Be in your house and start praying. Stand up and start talking to yourself until you encourage yourself that this is what's going to happen. Because I truly believe that 90% of all of us are living way beneath our power and authority that God has given to us as children who have dominion in the earth. Okay. And so my job is to get you free, and free indeed you shall be if you choose. Now, head, we talked about mindset, we talked about heart. Guard your heart, because those are it affects everything that you do. I could promise you those two things, I started winning the battle right there. I started to win the battle right there. Love no matter what. Love is a whole superpower. You want more power? Love. And that don't mean by accepting nonsense, because love is patient. Love is kind. It's not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrong. It doesn't boast. It's not proud. It perseveres. It trusts. It always. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody beating you upside your head, boo, that's not love. Because he not patient. He not kind. He is easily angered and he beating you. So let's be sure that love wants love. And hurt love turns to hate. That's a whole nother thing. However, just because you are loving and kind and caring, compassionate, does not mean that you are not assertive. You are not strong. You are not bold. You are not courageous, because God says to be those things too. Bold, courageous. We need all of those things. And so if you learn nothing from today in this YouTube video, learn to, one, guard your heart, boo, because it affects everything that you do. And get that love walk on 100. All right? Be sure to like, subscribe, share with a girlfriend that you know that needs to be set free. If she cursing her kids out there in them supermarkets, share this video with her.